"90 years ago, the Virginia Farm Bureau made our local farmers a promise to protect and preserve a way of life they work so hard to establish. Today, our insurance agents work to protect all Virginians, not just farmers. We want to keep Virginia, Virginia. More information is at farmbureauadvantage.com.
The Virginia Soybean Association is hard at work sharing the story of Virginia soybeans. The Children's Museum of Richmond at Short Pump is a great example. You can check out the new Soy More exhibit and learn more about the amazing bean.
Would you like to put your business in front of rural America and the ag community every week? We have sponsorship opportunities available that will do just that. Get in touch with us to hatch a new plan.
Hi everybody, I'm Amy Roscher.
And I'm Jeff Ishee.
As promised, Virginia Farming has a new look and a face from the past. It's my pleasure to welcome back to the show, Jeff Ishee.
It's great to be back on the program again, Amy. I look forward to serving Virginia agriculture and our audience in a variety of ways.
Jeff and I will be working together to bring you more news about topics of interest to all Virginians. And this week, we'll sit down and talk about the past, present, and the future of this show.
Bottom line, we hope to share two things with you this week. Number one, our vision for serving Virginia agriculture. And number two, how we hope that you will participate in this new endeavor.
We'll also visit with Chris Mullins, who will demonstrate the importance of fall cleanup from the ground up.
And of course, we'll have all your agricultural news of the week, and we'll wrap it all up with a pearl of wisdom and a minute in the field video. That's ahead on this episode of Virginia Farming. Well, apple harvest is winding down as we conclude the month of October. As of this week, 90% of Virginia apples are off the tree. Growers say that it has been a moderate year for production. Warm weather last March, followed by cold weather in April, followed by wet weather in May, presented a challenge for many orchards. Some growers say they lost half their apple crop due to weather conditions earlier this year. But as we go into November, there's still lots of fresh Virginia-grown apples to be found at roadside stands, farmers markets, and more. Virginia ranks number 6 in the nation for apple production. Well, retail food prices are down from last year. That's according to a recent survey conducted by the American Farm Bureau Federation. Retail egg prices are down 51% from a year ago, while whole milk is down 10% and ground beef is down 9%. Analysts say 2016 could be the first year in quite some time we see food price deflation. While that's good for consumers, farmers in some sectors will see significantly lower income this year. Membership in the National FFA organization is on the rise. A recent report indicates national FFA membership now stands at 649,000 young people, all with an interest in agricultural education. Total membership is up 3% from the previous year and is a new record for the FFA. The National FFA, of course, has its roots right here in Virginia. The Future Farmers of Virginia served as an organizational model for the Future Farmers of America, which would ultimately become the National FFA. Well, cattlemen here in Virginia and the rest of North America are paying more attention to the genetics of their animals. Bob Severa has this report from the American Angus Association.
More information for the same price. Zoetis recently started reporting individual traits on its commercial genomics test for Angus cattle.
We think that it will give some commercial cow-calf users of GeneMax Advantage, particularly those in challenging environments, more flexibility to put added emphasis on things like heifer pregnancy and calving ease maternal.
That added flexibility through technology means greater cost effectiveness.
It's all of the same and these added individual trait features for the same price. And a couple of other things then that are incorporated, we'll have the very latest version 5 marker effects, which will describe more variation than ever before for all the traits and the indexes. And we also then will be benchmarking all the animals against all of the tested population of commercial Angus, which now totals over 37,000 head. So it's some better benchmarking from better marker effects and more precision in selection and mating through the reporting of individual trait predictions.
Angus breeders have tested more than 220,000 animals, and the results add accuracy.
And then on the defensive side of the game plan, it's a matter of GMAX Advantage then being the tool of choice to select the ones that'll make the most money, be the most profitable over their lifetimes, and also know then best what to breed them to accentuate their strengths and to correct their weaknesses.
Applying the technology leads to increasingly better cows that produce increasingly better calves and premium beef for consumers. I'm Bob Cervera.
Thank you, Bob, for that report. Virginia Cooperative Extension will be offering training this fall for farmers interested in farm-to-restaurant marketing. The 6-hour course is designed to help growers learn more about marketing to meet the buyer's expectations, overcoming obstacles, and building networks with other growers. The course will be offered November the 10th in Harrisonburg and November the 17th in Winchester. For more information, just call your local office of Virginia Cooperative Extension. Well, as we mentioned at the top of the show, it is great to be back on Virginia Farming. In just a moment, I'll be joined by Amy Roscher, and we'll talk about where I've been the last 5 years, plus the past, present, and future of this program. It's straight ahead on Ag Insights.
So on today's show, we are at the Rockingham County Fairgrounds, and we're visiting the Virginia Poultry Industry Center. And of course, I'm joined by our new host, Jeff Ishee. Jeff, give us some background about the Virginia Poultry Industry Center.
Well, Amy, it's a pleasure to be back on the program today, and it's a pleasure to talk about this facility located here at the Rockingham County Fairgrounds, just outside of Harrisonburg, Virginia. This is one of the projects as general manager of the Rockingham County Fair that I had the pleasure to participate in. This is a facility that was designed to tell the public the history of the Virginia poultry industry, talk about the economic importance of the Virginia poultry industry, and also to provide some educational resources for children on up to seniors. So it was a great project to work on. Everything from trying to find a statue of a turkey to building a mock-up of a real poultry house. We invite people to come out year-round. It's open by appointment only, but of course during the Rockingham County Fair, the Virginia Poultry Industry Center, it's pretty cool.
And not too long ago, I was talking to a group of third graders. We were actually doing an event here at the fairgrounds, and I showed them our Virginia map and with our commodities, and there's a great big turkey right over top of Rockingham County. Well, the kids knew where Rockingham County was, so I was trying to explain to them how important the turkey industry was, and maybe share with us quickly for our viewers why Rockingham County is so important to the poultry industry that we know it as today.
Oh my goodness, going back to the 1920s and 1930s, this is literally where the modern poultry industry, the modern turkey industry was founded by the Wampler family, the Strickler family, the Mason family, so many local families involved, but turkeys had never been raised in confinement. And this was a new thing in agriculture, and it was proven that it could be done right here in the Shenandoah Valley. And when it was proven to be done, then it expanded across the nation, across North America, and ultimately globally, that production model.
Right, and I think it's kind of important to note too that the purpose of raising turkeys or chickens also in a cool for summer, warm for winter, clean chicken house was so important for us to be able to feed the masses, because before they were open in the field and without a shepherd, which no one ever had for turkeys, there were coyotes, there were predators of all kinds. You might start with a flock of 20 and end up maybe with 10.
Well, the technology and the efficiency of the poultry industry here in the Commonwealth of Virginia and all across America, it really is amazing, and that technology is on display here at the Virginia Poultry Industry Center.
Right. It's a great place to come visit. So let's talk about our new show.
Yeah, Virginia Farming. Cool. It's great to be back.
It is great to have you back. I'm so excited, and I think our viewers are going to be so pleased, because I think that working as a team, we're going to be able to cover a lot more.
We will.
Than what we've been able to do alone over the past 15 years.
And there's a lot to cover.
There's a lot to cover.
We're so blessed, Amy, and everybody knows this, that We're a diversified agricultural economy, from seafood production on the Eastern Shore to, of course, the row crops, soybeans, corn, peanuts, and cotton, to animal agriculture with dairy and beef and poultry and fruit production, and that's what we look forward to doing here on out from Virginia Farming.
Absolutely. Well, before we get to the future, let's talk about the past.
Okay. This program started back in 2002, and I was very fortunate and blessed to be the inaugural host and producer of Virginia Farming. I'll never forget one day in Harrisonburg, Virginia, walking down the sidewalk, and Bert Schmidt and Wanda Zimmerman with WVPT Public Television approached me and said, "Jeff, you've been working in radio for a while. Have you considered television?" And I said, "No, I haven't." Well, within 8 weeks or so, we started a television show. We had not much of a vision at that time. We had originally we were going to call it Shenandoah Valley Farming, and then we kind of expanded our vision and broadened our horizons. We named it Virginia Farming. It became a weekly program distributed all across the Commonwealth of Virginia and West Virginia. And within a year and a half, it was nationwide on RFD TV.
And still is.
That's how it all got started, and it's such a blessing to be back as we go into our 15th year.
Well, you know, you talk about not forgetting that first day. I won't ever forget that first day. We sat in a meeting, and you came in to tell us that you were stepping down to become general manager of the Rockingham County Fair. And at first I thought, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Because you are this show. And then I think I was probably more floored than I ever have been when you brought up in front of my general manager and my immediate boss that you would like for me to take over the show.
It was natural.
Well, it wasn't for me. And I distinctly remember my first words out of my mouth were no. And there may have been an expletive in front of it. Because for years I've worked behind the television camera and directing the show with you, and I had gotten a feel for it, but I never ever wanted to be in front of the camera.
Well, when I stepped down from Virginia Farming to take that management position with the Rockingham County Fair, I knew that the best person on the planet to do this job was Amy Roscher. You grew up on a dairy farm. You grew up here in Virginia. You know the farmers, you know the issues, you know the topics, and you knew the television program. So it was natural for me for you to step right into that position. And you have done a magnificent job over the past several years. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jeff. That means a lot. It was very rough at first. I was very nervous. It took a lot to come out from behind the camera to go in front of it. But you know what? It got to be easy because, like you say, our topics are so diverse. We've met so many neat people, and it's just interesting. And it certainly is not hard to sit down and have a conversation with someone about what they do and what they do so well.
What I enjoy the most, Amy, is building that bridge between the consumer and the producer, the farmer. A lot of consumers have no idea where their food comes from, but there's a lot of interest in that topic. People do want to know how it was grown, how it was raised, and how it was brought to our table, from the farm to table. People want to know that kind of stuff, and farmers do want to tell their stories. They want their methods of production to be known. They're not shy about it. So it's building that bridge, and that's what we hope to do.
Right, and that's what I hope that we will continue to do. Do you have a memory of some of your favorite guests that you've had on the show in the past?
Well, I couldn't name any one person. There's so many. You think we do 50 episodes a year, and I was the host, I don't know, for the first 10 or 12 years, something like that. There's hundreds, but we had farmers coming in wearing their tank tops, just got off of a tractor, literally. And then we had senators and delegates and government officials and secretaries and that sort of thing. The people are always interesting, and for them to be able to allow to share their story with the public is very important. So everything from wineries to raising goats to aquaculture and dairy production, greenhouses, herbs, you name it, Virginia's got it, and it's cool to tell that story.
I can think of the one guest that you had on that blew me away. And in fact, we ended up doing 2 segments with her. It was Dr. Temple Grandin.
Yes.
And we were so lucky to be able to get her on the show. And that was before we did a real evergreen show like I've been doing more now. And we devoted 2 roundtable segments to her. And the things that she said, she is so smart.
Well, Dr. Temple Grandin is a genius. She is a phenomenon, and if you don't know about her, you've got to watch the movie TempleGrandin.com. I believe it's the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, just do a Google search for Temple Grandin. You'll find the movie. But she is such a fascinating story, and but you know, equally talking with people who make the headlines, that was cool. But I enjoyed just as much talking to the farmers who are on their tractor 10 hours a day,
right,
and raising the chickens and the produce and the wine and grapes. I enjoyed that just as much.
And I remember one day getting ready to go out to do a story on a manure injector. So our runoff, our runoff from our farmers has been not good for the bay for many years, so they've been trying to tackle that. So one way they were trying to tackle it, instead of spraying manure out on top, they were injecting it in the soil and covering it up so it would stay in. And I remember thinking, it's so funny that I'm so excited to do the story because this is great technology, and I'm like, I'm this excited over a manure spreader.
Well, the technologies are making Virginia farmers capable of creating a cleaner environment, cleaner streams and rivers and lakes. And that's what we all want. That's what farmers want. That's what the public wants. The Chesapeake Bay region certainly deserves a clean bay, and that's what we all want. And we're developing technologies that lead us to that direction. Absolutely.
And I'm really looking forward to our partnership. I really think we're going to be able to cover a lot more Virginia ground, I think. That's between the 2 of us.
And before you know it, we'll be celebrating our 20th anniversary.
That's right. So good things are on the horizon.
Well, I want to thank the public, the viewers, for your support. It is vital that you support this program, and we're so appreciative of our underwriters.
Oh my goodness, yes.
They mean so much to us, and it's just very
Let's talk
important.
about our underwriters just for a second.
Sure.
You know, Virginia Farm Bureau has been on board since day 1.
First day.
They have never left our side. And we are so grateful for them. But you know, they really believe in a lot of the same things we believe in.
Right.
And so we're trying to tell that story, you know, for them, for our farmers.
Sure.
And then also more recently, the Virginia Soybean Association has come on board, and they're making great strides in the world of soybeans.
I could tell 10 stories about soybeans if you give me time, but anyway, we'll save that for a future episode.
Yeah.
We are very appreciative of all of our underwriters, and if you should have any interest in being a part of this program, in helping to convey your message as well as ours, just contact us here at Virginia Farming. We'd be happy to talk about that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Jeff, I guess that's going to wrap it up for us for right now. So thanks for joining me out here at the fairgrounds, and look forward to great things in the future.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me back on the program, Amy.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
There are 30,000 roadway accidents each year involving cars and farm machinery. Farmers will be moving equipment for planting and harvest season. The slow-moving vehicle triangle in red and fluorescent orange colors and flashing lights allow for quick identification. When you see an SMV sign on farm equipment, slow down, prepare for sudden stops and slow turns.
Patience will save lives. Just remember, we all need to share the road, we all need to be responsible, and we need to be guided by the law.
Motor vehicle safety starts with you.
Today, Chris Mullins has tips on cleaning up the fall vegetable garden from the ground up.
We're at Randolph Farm at Virginia State University, and it's starting to get a little cool outside. You've probably gone through the summer, you've had your great garden, and you're kind of finished up, and you might be a little tired. So it might be time to think about cleaning that area up and getting ready for next spring. Anything you can do now to help yourself out then is going to be a great thing. Now, some of you, though, are still growing crops into the fall, like kale and lettuce and collards and cabbage. Those things do great. But some of you might just be ready to clean that garden area up, get those things done that need to be done, and get ready for next spring. Now, one of the first things you might think about when you're cleaning the garden up and getting ready for the winter is to get all your implements, all your tools and things out of the garden. Things like tomato sticks like this. You get them up, get them out of the way, get them put away so that they'll stay straight and they won't bow on you. Hose, cultivating hose like that, they can move all those inside, maybe oil them up, clean them up, get them out of the weather. Garden hoses, any kind of irrigation material that you've got, you want to get those out of the way, get them drained so nothing will freeze in those, and get them up and into the garage or into the barn. So that's one good thing, to get those things all out of the garden. You know, and also this time of the year is a good time to think about amending your garden. And you can start by doing a soil test and see exactly what you might need into your garden, whether you need some sort of amendment like lime, or maybe if you need some compost. Compost can be a great thing to put on in the fall. You could take an area like this, till it up, get it ready, put your compost down, 2 to 3 inches of compost over the area, your garden area, and then incorporate that in. And that's going to do a lot of things. That's going to increase your drainage later on in the spring. It's going to add organic matter, and it's going to add some fertility to the plants that you're going to grow in the spring. And even if you want to put some cover crops in right now, that's going to help you with that fertility. Well, this is another patch here, and you can see that we've got some peppers growing, we've got some eggplant growing. And I would encourage you, if you've got those things still growing in your garden, you keep those going as long as possible. Get that last pepper off there, get that last eggplant off there. And after you've done that and you clean up your garden like we talked about before, it might be time to try something different. You might be, I've always wanted to put a cover crop down, and this might be the season to do it. We got a nice cover crop growing here. And a cover crop is basically plants that are going to grow on the ground. We don't want to keep the ground bare through the winter time because you'll get a lot of soil erosion. So you want to put something on it. And this cover crop can also, in the springtime, be tilled in. Maybe about 3 to 4 weeks before you plant. This can all be tilled in, and what it'll do is decompose, and it'll add organic matter to the soil, and it might even add some nutrients. So it can be a real nice addition to your garden before you plant in the spring. Some ones that you might try are like hairy vetch and rye, Austrian winter pea, some of those, and there's others that would do very well for you and can help be a good amendment to your garden for the springtime. Well, for more information about cover crops or cleaning your garden up for the winter, contact your local county extension office and talk to your master gardener. For From the Ground Up, I'm Chris Mullins, and we'll see you next time.
Well, our pearl of wisdom this week comes from Clark in Suffolk, Virginia, who says, "Some people succeed because they're destined to succeed, but most people succeed because they're determined to succeed." Thank you, Clark, for that pearl of wisdom.
Well, that does it for our show. Thanks once again to the sponsors of our program. If you'd like to get more information about becoming a sponsor, see our website at virginiafarming.com.
Have a great week, everyone. I'm Jeff Ishee.
And I'm Amy Roscher for Virginia Farming.
90 years ago, the Virginia Farm Bureau made our local farmers a promise to protect and preserve a way of life they work so hard to establish. We want to keep Virginia, Virginia. Anyone can be a Farm Bureau member, and there's a local Farm Bureau in every county. More information is at vafarmbureau.org.
Virginia soybean farmers are hard at work growing soybeans to produce products you use every day. Candles, soaps, even crayons can be made from soybeans. Remember, when you buy soy, you're helping to support American jobs, the economy, and our nation's energy security. Check out Virginia Farming on Facebook. Virginia Farming's Facebook page is a great way to stay connected with Virginia agriculture. You might even find some humor there too. You'll find links to events and happenings all over the Commonwealth that are of interest to farmers and consumers alike. So connect with us and share your stories and photos with the Virginia farming community and keep up to date on all things agriculture. Virginia Farming on Facebook.